here we go. As you see, I got my water right here. Did you drink your water? Did you drink your water? All right. Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. We have SCP-2316 Field Trip Keter Cognito Hazard SCP featuring DJ Cactus. That's kind of why I read it like that, because the DJ Cactus. But this one is by the Vulgan. So I seen the Vulgan featured in one of SCP Illustrated ones, I think it was. But yeah, that's cool. So it's cool to see dive into this little SCP community. But here we go. Shout out to Vulgan and DJ Cactus. If you want me to take down my video, I do not mind. And here we are, ladies and gents. So I don't know if I said sending out a lot of love. I usually say it twice, but hey, double down on the love. Let's hop into Field Trip and what Field Trip's about. Field Trip. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. What the
By order of the Overseer Council, the following file describes a Keter-class anomalous cognito hazard and is level 42316 classified. Unauthorized access is forbidden.
Item number 2316. Level 4, secret. Containment class Keter.
Keter, yeah. I just
Disruption class Kennick.
It's funny, I just called it as I said it. I always say Keter, but Keter.
And risk class Danger.
Okay.
The following file contains images and text that are carriers for anomalous cognito-hazardous influences.
You do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Due to this, it is imperative that all personnel accessing this file be certified as having a cognitive resistance value, CRV, of no less than 14.5. Should you fail an automated CRV verification, please remain calm and do not move. A member of your site's medical staff will be with you shortly.
Okay, is part of like that part of that cognito, so cognito hazard, so you have to be like a psyker. You have to be able to have a certain amount of willpower to resist some mental illusions of some sort, or something like that. I'd be a high level of CRV.
Following freeze slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. Running adjusted tonal variance processor. Verification complete.
Please repeat the following phase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. I do not recognize the bodies in the water. What the fuck? This is gonna be creepy. I'm just ready. I'm gonna stop pausing. Let's get to it.
Special containment procedures. Under no circumstances are Foundation personnel to approach SCP-2316. Observation of SCP-2316 must only be carried out by remote dummy probes utilizing video and audio recording equipment. Only those personnel adequately rated for exposure to cognito-hazardous anomalies may review footage and audio of SCP-2316. The lake in which SCP-2316 is located has been quarantined and fenced off, and is to be routinely patrolled by individuals who have not been exposed to SCP-2316.
Is 2316... It's okay, so there's a lake in which 2316 is located. Is 2316 about to be like a psychic, the Loch Ness Monster?
And have no prior knowledge of its characteristics.
You do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Individuals who attempt to bypass the enforced quarantine must be apprehended and moved to Site-33 for a full cognitive influence screening. Individuals who come within 50 meters of the lake containing SCP-2316 are to be considered lost.
Please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone.
I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Tonal variance processor. Verification complete. User CRV is within acceptable limits.
Sweet.
Description: SCP-2316 is the designation for an anomalous phenomenon existing within County. SCP-2316 manifests as a group of human corpses floating in a small group at the surface of the water. The identities of these corpses are
Cognito hazard removed. Automated change unknown.
Though DNA testing has been inconclusive. While SCP-2316 appears to be individual instances, it is theorized that SCP-2316 may instead be an entity composed of a collective consciousness. Individual instances of SCP-2316 do not act on their own, but do seem to be able to act collectively as a single unit. The individual instances of SCP-2316 are unrecognizable.
You do not recognize the bodies in the water.
What the heck?
SCP-2316
Bro,
hosts a powerful
This one is creepy, man. This is all messing with me. Some sort of level is messing with me with that. It being literally in the briefing. Like, I think you had to go through that cognitive test in the beginning to be able to even view this. But like how it's weird. There's other things that do it. It's that one trope, if you know what I'm talking about, where they put like the message in between the text. Oh, and that's so weird.
Cognitohazardous effect, causing those who have viewed SCP-2316 are aware of certain parts of its nature, or who were enrolled in
Cognitohazard removed. Automated message invalid.
to believe that the individual instances of SCP-2316 are human beings they recognize typically from their childhood. Attempting to come into contact with SCP-2316 instances by way of entering Lake or touching an instance of SCP-2316 will cause other instances of SCP-2316 to appear.
You do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Okay, so what I'm gathering is that, okay, by way of entering the lake or touching an instance of SCP-2316 will cause other instances of 23. What? So like you become 2316? Because like they said, if you're past the 50 meters, if you're 50 meters out from the lake, you're considered lost. So touching it is like freaking within range.
The additional instances only serve to reinforce and add to the strength of the cognitohazard, compelling affected individuals into the lake. Individuals who enter the lake in this way are lost, and to date, none have been recovered.
Okay.
Addendum 2316-1. Interview.
Data expired. Error. Unrecognized user. Please log in to view file A0 less than. Verification PI. User CC. RL is valid accepted. Let me show you their faces. Begin log.
Did you ever feel compelled to enter the water?
Before we continue, I like how he's doing that. I like how the file or like the audio logs all trippy and stuff. Oh, it's great.
Something was pulling you in. What? No, of course not. There's nothing wrong with them. They didn't drag me in. I saw them in the water and went in myself. I needed to see them. I wanted to hear what they were saying. They're my friends.
Wait, they recovered somebody?
When you entered the water, what did you see? Faces. My friends. Faces I recognized. Some I didn't, but they became more familiar as I saw them. I'd known them my whole life, but there was something wrong with them. Like the face of someone you see in a dream, or you can't remember it right. There's something wrong, and the way they're speaking, No, that's impossible. They're simply not moving their mouths, but I could hear them, asking for help. They told me. They told me who they were. They told me you knew who they were. That you... Enough of that. You're clearly succumbing to the cognitohazard. We need to get you medical attention, Agent. If you... Get your hands off me! I know all their names, Harrison! I heard them speaking to me! Every single one!
Whoa, this is fucking sick. Who's ever voice acted this is doing a good job, I'm not gonna lie.
It takes us one person to see them and tell people, and they'll know what you've been trying to hide. Turglaw High School. Subdue them, get them out of here, take them to amnestics, and turn that goddamn recorder off.
And log.
Whoa.
Please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. Verification incomplete.
User CRV is not within acceptable limits. User CRV influenced by active cognitohazards. Please stay still. A member of your site's medical staff 2020 will be with you shortly.
What the freak? What?
Addendum 2316-2.
Invalid entry. Terminal low 532. You don't have a lot of time. You'll need to get away quickly. Go back to the lake. Go into the water. Look into their eyes. It's your friends, your classmates. You took the trip to the lake in the fall of '75 together when you were young. Don't you remember? Look into their eyes. I know you can hear them talking to you, just like they talk to me. Don't let them tell you it's just a cognitohazard. This is their fault.
Whoa, look at the video. What the heck? Invalid entry below. Whoa, that's so... I don't know why, but this video is set up way too cool. literally watching this feels like it's like one of those cursed videos. I bet a lot of these SCPs are like feel like some cursed videos when you're viewing them, but it's crazy because now it's the guy's voice over the thing. Like it really is. It like you become a part of this collective consciousness.
They caused this.
We were all innocent kids, don't you remember? And you just got away, you and I. The rest of them are at the bottom of that lake, waiting for us to go back to them and be whole together again. They want us to know. They want us to remember. Wait.
I feel like if you had a strong willpower, like it should work like it should work like a D&D trying to charm someone. If what you're requesting of the person isn't reasonable, the charm won't work. If it's something out of reason of what they would do, it wouldn't work. I would be like, yeah, they can stay at the bottom of the lake. I'm cooling.
Oh, God damn it. Remember the fall of 75, the year we were supposed to graduate. Don't
Let them make you forget.
They're calling to you. Can you hear them?
You don't recognize the bodies in the water. Come on, man. Stay strong.
Can you hear them? Can you hear them? Can you hear them? Can you hear them?
Oh, what is that?
Can you hear them? Can you hear them? Look into their eyes. Can you hear them? 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 Can't you hear them? Can you hear them? Can you hear them? I know you can. Can you hear them? Can you hear them?
Recognize the bodies in the water. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. You do not.
Can you hear them?
What in the hell, bro?
They're waiting for you.
What am I watching? I didn't know the SCPs got this crazy, bro.
SCP-1833 is a copy of the 1976 edition Kirk-Lawnwood High School yearbook, previously belonging to student Carolyn Kirk. The yearbook shows mild wear and use indicative of its age. The front cover of SCP-1833 shows a 3-arrow design, with the words Reflections of 76 near the center of the page, and KLHS 1976 in the bottom right corner. The back of SCP-1833 is blank, save for a small amount of charring along the spine. An inscription inside the back cover reads, "We've had a great year, haven't we? Don't worry about waiting for the reunion. I'm sure we'll see each other soon enough. Lots of love. From all your best friends."
Oh, that's sick.
Verification complete. User CRV is within acceptable limits.
That's it. So 1833 was like,
I would like to give a special thank you to Zargaran, Professor Puffer,
okay, I think he's just, yeah. A cognito hazard so powerful it got interrupted by a Greek yogurt ad. Wait, let me just like, okay. Oh yes, my dude, this turned out fresh as hell. Thank you for getting me involved. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh. This SCP is scary, and I love the addition of the computerized voice saying you do not recognize the bodies in the water. Yeah. This is probably the best video to introduce someone in that SCP universe. It perfectly shows the weirdness and danger of the entities while immersing the viewer in a believable safety mechanisms. Oh, you know what? I'll sit on that comment right there, and I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, for me, like coming back into SCPs and everything like this was actually a good introduction to how crazy they could get. I didn't like it. This one seems so believable. Like when he was running you through like the introduction and the cognito hazard warning, that was crazy, because it being like mixed within the thing, it's like almost like, if I can explain it like this, whoever was doing or seeing if they passed the cognito hazard warning, I'm gonna just call it the cognito hazard warning, cognito hazard, so CHW. So whoever passed the CHW, I don't even know if I could say they're good, but it's almost like, as you were hearing in the briefing, you do not recognize the body in the water, them trying to like subconsciously put it in your head while you're listening to the breakdown of like, yeah, don't go within 50 meters, blah, 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 of the lake. You do not recognize the body in the water. Like, it's slowly trying to reprogram your mind to remember the saying. It's so creepy how they did it with the computerized voice. And then at the end, the person like freaking going right here.
You hear them. You hear them. I know you can. Can you hear them? Can you hear them?
You do not recognize the bodies in the water. Oh, nah, I don't even want to play that part back. But that right there, it's like, was the person already in the water? I wish we could like really get into the perspective. Like, it's almost like we're supposed to be in the eyes of someone who's, you know, doing it. But oh my gosh, I think anyone who's in the water having to repeat, you do not recognize the bodies in the water, is lost. They said no one was recovered, right? So that was a good one. That actually freaked me out. Fuck. That's sometimes hard to do. I would say that's pretty hard to do. Through storytelling alone, that's crazy. Good job, bro. I don't even know what to say. Good job, DJ Cactus and Volgan. That sure was a, man. And to the person who recommended me this, you knew this was gonna be like, psh, the bodies in the water are the friends made along the way. Yeah. My headcanon after the interview, the SCP manifested specifically because of something someone did, some sort of terrible crime. Yeah, the class of 76 is my favorite canon among the SCP. Does not deal in world-ending threats. It does not ask you it does not ask you to have a major in philosophy or quantum mechanics to understand what's going on. The horror is mundane by comparison, yet it makes it supremely creepy when offset against the high school life boonies nostalgia. Class of 76 could have happened anywhere to anyone, and its SCPs are often outgrowths of teenage drama. It was weird. Guys, don't recognize the bodies in the water. Worst mistake of my life. No, well, wait. Do certain SCPs does not ask you to major in philosophy? Anyone can really be a philosopher. You don't gotta be, like, I would consider myself a new age philosopher, and philosophy is really it's like really easy. Come on, there's a dude that came up with the dog. What is the dog philosopher's name? Pretty much, yeah. Never mind. I'm not gonna get all into that right now, but I really haven't delved into the SCPs that have super. I have another one that's like what happens after death. That's probably gonna be heavy philosophy in that one, but it's like, I haven't delved into the SCPs that are heavy into quantum mechanics and stuff like that. Whatever that means, but. Anyways, I will see you in that next one that I'm actually going to go to. Much Love and Moonlight. This was definitely a really good one. I enjoyed this, and I like the explanation of it being like they're like a collective consciousness. And I actually like what that person said. That's kind of like where I was at, where it was like it's almost like the crime itself of what was committed and never being solved was like it manifested itself into an actual entity that, like, I don't know why exactly it tried to blame the Harrison, like, because he was saying that they told me what you did, almost like it was trying to get him to kill the doctor. Crazy. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.